Hey, what's up, Street Talks? The Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography Blog. Got my boy Todd Hada on the other side. So we're gonna do this interview. We actually kind of fucked up a few times before, but let's do it again. So what are the questions again, Todd?
So your workshop here in Mexico City.
Yep.
It's coming up in a couple days, or tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow, wow. So why Mexico City?
So Mexico City is the best city in the world. I think I found my personal Elysium. So this is my thought. One, it's amazing for street photography. I've been shooting so much street photography the last few days. Like, I just walk around the block and it's so colorful. I'm currently in the Doctores neighborhood. People say it's ghetto, whatever. No, but I love the textures, the colors, the people. On average, I've just been walking around my Ricoh GR version 2, shooting like 1,000 photos a day. And I don't remember the last time I've been this inspired in street photography. So that's one thing. Secondly, the coffee is amazing. So to give you a sense, all we've been doing is buying coffee and hot cocoa. And there's this place called like Cafe Equis. I bought a kilogram, which is 2.2 pounds of coffee for only like 10 bucks, which is insane because like in the States, you buy like a fucking like tiny little pack for like 20 bucks. So coffee's, and also the coffee here is amazing. And even like living here in this Airbnb, like super swag Airbnb, only like $600 a month. So it's like everything is amazing. And also from like the eating the street tacos, like the Cochinito Pibil, shout out to El Turix, to eating super fine dining, fancy schmancy restaurants. It's like such an incredible experience. People are warm, friendly. You get an Uber anywhere. The coffee shops are great. Wi-Fi super fast. So it's like, what else do you really need in life? And so I just been so creatively inspired, stimulated, and motivated by the city. And essentially, Cindy and I are planning the next time we're going to be back. Right? What are the other questions you had?
So your the dining here, like from street food to all the way up to fine dining.
Yeah.
Like, explain how you like that.
All right, so if you've never been to Mexico City and never tried the food here, like you cannot even comprehend just how amazing the dining experience is. So for example, you know, me and Cindy, we traveled the world, Tokyo, Japan, Paris, London, New York, San Francisco. Like we've been to all the fancy places, right? Honestly, the fine dining cuisine, the gastronomy here, it's like 1,000,000,000 times better. I've made the personal thing that like I will never eat at another fancy restaurant in America. Like I'm either gonna only eat all you can eat Korean barbecue, all you can eat shabu, or if I'm just gonna go to Whole Foods and buy a rotisserie chicken, that's it. Because the food here, okay, so several things. Even price aside, because obviously it's way cheaper. So you can have like the fanciest plate for like $15 US. The servers are way friendly. They're not trying to force you. They're not trying to like, you know, secretly judge you. The presentations are so much more beautiful. Like the food comes out, you know, there's that little dollop, all the different colors. It's literally like a work of art that you happen to be able to eat, which is pretty awesome as well. And one thing I really, really love about the gastronomy scene here too is that like, you know, it's just the flavors are so much more made. Like mole to me is my new favorite discovery. Mole verde, which is the green one. Mole rojo, the red one. Mole negro, red. Black. It's so amazing. It's like bitter and you have like these different textures. And like I don't even eat sweets or desserts or bread or whatever. Surprisingly, the bread here is really good. I'm just like, what? Like you don't really think about Mexico City. And you go to these fancy restaurants and like all the food that comes out, like there'll be like a fucking flour in it, like this dollop of like all these different colors. So like even just photographically speaking, it's amazing. And like, yeah, so even eating the street tacos is amazing in the fancy restaurants. And so everything here feels accessible. And even when we're at a fancy restaurant, like last night, we literally just had, you know, a duck mole with negro sauce, para compartir, which is to split it between two people. And it only cost us $15 for the whole plate, and they're able to evenly divide it for me and Cindy to have our own portion. And we only order that and like a dessert. So it's like, you can never go to a fancy restaurant in the States and just order just a single entree to share for two people and just a dessert. Like people just like kind of look at you weird, or they might like kick you out, I don't know what. So it feels like the experience of just like human experience between like the friendly folks eating out and stuff like that. And there's like 1,000,000,000,000 fancy restaurants here to eat at. And you know, Uber is super cheap. Like we're currently staying in Doctores to go to Polanco, which is the fancy part of town. It's like a 30-minute Uber drive. Only costs us like $4 or $5 US. If you want to go to Roma Norte, which is probably my favorite neighborhood, it's only a 15-minute walk. So just everything's within reach, and just the foods, the flavors, I'm just like super stimulated. What was the other question you had?
So, yeah, other than the food, why is Mexico City your favorite city now?
Okay, so it is, man, it's like okay, what else do you like? Good coffee shops, hot cocoa, and there's all these like hipster organic markets everywhere. People are friendly, easily walkable. Public transit is actually great. Uber is super reliable. Wi-Fi is super fast. Street tacos, which are amazing. Cochinita pibil, fancy fine dine restaurants, low cost of living. Fast Wi-Fi. I'm like, what else do you need? The only thing we haven't really found yet, because we haven't really did, was when we were living in Vietnam, we would get regular massages, which is pretty awesome. So I'm sure there's like great massage places here, but we haven't really spent some time to look at it. But it's been nice because it's almost like the optimal situations for creative productivity. So I've just been shooting so many more videos, making more photographs, coming up with more turbo thoughts, creative ideas to put out. And it's probably the most beautiful city in the world, even like just in terms of the nature and the scenery. Like you go to Roma Norte, it's all trees, boulevards, it's so beautiful. And so Cindy, I'm saying why it's my favorite city. So like it's amazing. And also like I'm very fortunate too is that Cindy happens to really love it here too, because like, you know, Cindy is the new Panucho Power ambassador. Everything is crispy, all the good textures. Yeah, just life is here. We're essentially planning our next trip too. It's like, how can we live here more like long term? And yeah, last thing I just want to mention is that honestly, a lot of
water bottle.
You know, everything here is bigger. Bigger is better, right? So the thing is that honestly, I think the reason that more people don't know about Mexico City, everyone's getting distracted by Cabo and the beaches. But honestly, I think it's kind of a racism thing. Unfortunately, like people are afraid of Mexican people. And I think it's so stupid because Mexican people are some of the nicest, friendliest. Like walking in the streets here at night, I feel safer than walking around in like downtown LA at night, or even certain parts of New York and stuff like that. So it's super safe. The quality of living here is so much better. The culture is so much richer, and also the colors are amazing. If you've never been to Mexico City, please come. I'd recommend staying in Roma Norte. If you want to save money, stay in Doctores. And eat at all the fancy restaurants here. It's like you'll have such an amazing time. And yeah, Cindy and I will probably do more workshops here, more photography, food, travel experiences. And I want to show you I'll do my planche thing here. Okay? I think this is take 3, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to stay fit on the road. I've just been doing push-ups in the apartment. And this new secret dance move I've discovered from doing yoga. Combination of yoga, breakdancing, and powerlifting, okay? So essentially I do a frog pose or a crow pose, what they call it. Right? And then shift my weight forward.
Able to do it like that.
Ah!
Very elegant.
Thank you. No strings attached. Okay? So thanks a lot for making the video. Follow Todd at youtube.com/ToddHada. Search Todd Hada across all the socials. In Mexico City, me gustaría Ciudad de México más que otras ciudades y países del mundo.